Hello and good morning, divine souls. And this is me, Sunaina. I'm back once again with a reading for the divine masculine. Again, this is not time stamped, guys. I always say this for people because whenever you're called to do and see this reading, to do your own introspection on this reading, please feel free to check on this video whenever you get the time. And of course, this is for the period I have taken for myself from February the 1st until the 15th of 2019. Okay. Now, I have been doing the Divine Masculines reading for quite some time now. In different phases, I have seen different things happen to the divine masculine, but what I see today, I was not prepared for this, okay? To be very honest with you, and when I actually saw the cards flying out, it kind of gave me some goosebumps, okay? Because I did not expect this to happen, again, as I said. Now, I have got the higher self here. I think you can see the two cards here. I have got the mental space, the heart space, and then I've got the physical 3D here, okay? So there are three energies in here. Now, before I jump into the reading, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that out of all these cards in here, I have got minor arcanas, of course, in different places, but major arcanas I've got, let's see here, I've got 1, I've got 2, I've got 3, and then I have got the 4th one here. So there are 2 major arcanas sitting in the physical world and 1 in each of these energies out here, okay? Now, if I look into the major arcanas in here, it tells me that the divine masculine is moving towards something that even we did not see it coming, okay? Especially me, when I'm doing the reading, I did not actually see this coming, but it is, okay? It is happening in his world. So in the mind space, he is trying to come into the sunlight, getting rid, trying to kill the fear, the tension, the worries, the stress, the terror. Okay, that's the major arcana. In the heart space, he is trying to move his stuff forward into a better area of his life, that's going to help him and help the divine feminine in this love journey. In the physical world, he is also doing some contemplation, some internal soul searching. At the same time, he's taking his precautions to do things in the right way. So this is the synopsis of the major arcana sitting here, which is definitely telling me that the divine masculine is very much progressively moving towards that area of his life that he has been planning for a long time. But now, in this part of the time frame, he is actually putting things in order so that he can move forward into the love journey, okay? And now if you look into the higher self card in here, I've got 2 in here. One is talking about financial and material changes in his world, which is the next card is talking about fulfillment of wishes, the 9 of cups here, which is his desire, okay? So he's making some changes in his life, which is his material and financial changes, okay? Which he is doing to bring his own happiness forward in this love journey. That's in the higher self from the 5D, okay? And this, I did not see this coming, to be honest with you. But it has come on my table, which is what is telling me that this man, the divine masculine, has definitely made up his mind and is in the process of doing that particular restructuring of the areas that he hadn't done before, or he hadn't given it a thought before. Okay, but now things are changing in his life so quick, you know, that he's having to do these changes for himself first before he knows that he can move forward into the next phase of his life, which is why he's building those little frameworks one by one, and he has started off in an area that I did not think he would even kind of do, which is bringing about changes in his own financial and material world, you know, what he has, what he doesn't have, what he can give away, what he has to keep back, things like that. Okay, what he needs basically for this journey, in the twin flame journey, what he needs to keep back for his divine feminine and for himself, which is going to bring their prosperity and fulfillment of wishes in the actual world. Okay, that's what he is now in that stage of his life. He is doing the complete restructuring of his entire life with what he has to keep and what he doesn't have to keep, what he can give away to people, you know, who need it, and what he has to retain back for him to enjoy his desire, fulfillment of his love, his wishes for his divine feminine. Okay, so that's the higher self card, guys. And I, to be honest with you, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I cannot help it because I did not see this coming, honestly, to be very honest with you. Okay, but anyways, this is what it is. So the entire framework in his life is now concentrated upon his material and financial changes, which he is definitely inculcating in a very nice way to bring about that change in his life, for him to be able to make his movement towards his love journey and towards his divine feminine, for them to fulfill their wishes together. That's the entire synopsis of this reading in here for you guys, okay? Now, having said this, what this gentleman is doing, the divine masculine, is of course he's moving in his mental space. He's rushing forward towards his love again. Okay. I think this card had come out with my last reading when I did the communication messages between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And this was the same card that had come flying out to me in that reading right in the beginning as well. And in the mental space too, this card this time has come to me that he wants to move forward as quickly as possible towards resolving all this material and financial changes in his life to bring about that love, and he is proceeding towards his love journey so quick that it is kind of now impossible to put a halt in his life by anyone or by any circumstances. He is determined to bring that success story back into his life in the mental space. This is what he is moving towards. At the same time, he is now in the frame of mind where he knows exactly what he has to give and what he doesn't have to give away. Basically, he is doing a re-evaluation, a re-mathematical calculation on his give and take policy that he hadn't been doing before. And that is why I said that right in the beginning, in the higher self, he is also doing that material and financial changes. And this is the card that tells me that he is now halted in his journey for the give and take that he had been doing so generously for over many years now. But now he knows what he has to give, how much he has to give, whether he has to give at all, because he is kind of preserving some of this stuff for himself so that he and his divine feminine can enjoy the rest of their life together in harmony. So that is where he is in the mental space of mind, and that is all because he is doing towards his victory, towards a celebration, towards his process, towards his twin flame journey, towards his love journey. where he wants to celebrate, he wants to bring the victory back, he wants to do everything that has to be done for him to complete this beautiful process of love in this twin flame journey, guys. Okay, at the same time, he is not, I mean, he's doing things, but he is not scared of doing things anymore. Okay, he knows that, he knows it, but at the same time, he is also kind of trying to put his feet on the ground firmly for him to be able to move in the right direction. Okay, he's trying to place his feet in the ground firmly, like I said, because he definitely is wishing to bring back all success in his life. And he's kind of moving back and forth a little bit in between this journey to find his foothold in the right direction at this point in time. And that he is doing, of course, by killing his Ten of Sword energy, that pain, the tear, the suffering in his mental self, the anguish that he was going through for such a long period in time, where he was not able to do anything and he was stuck in one particular place, grieving about his lost situation earlier on. Okay, so in his mental space now, look at the way he's moving forward. He's killing that energy to bring the sun back into his mental space of mind, and at the same time, he is trying to leave, he is trying to leave what did not work for him in the past. Okay, he's trying to move away, although he's not able to do that right away. It's not possible because it takes time for people to gather their strength, to find the right footing, to do things in the right order. But he's definitely making an attempt. He's definitely putting things in order. He's definitely trying to move away from all the difficult situations which is no longer serving him at this point in time. He's kind of moving towards his Nine of Cups energy by leaving the Eight Cups, by trying to leave the Eight Cups behind. Okay, because he knows that at the end of the day, this is what he has been doing for so long, and he doesn't want it. But at the same time, he is still fighting with himself to kill these kind of negative factors and to start the process of this reunion that he has been attempting to do for a very long time, to build back that beautiful commitment of marriage, of relationship, of teamwork, of harmony, to bring people together. This process, I mean, he's weak right now in this process. He's not all there, guys. Okay, it's going to take him some time to come to that point where he can definitely go forward for the teamwork. That process is a little bit weak at this point in time because at the same time, he is also trying to kill some of the things that is not working for him. But definitely, this is one of the area that he definitely wants to make a progress and go forward towards it. And at the same time, he's coming out of the darkness into the sunlight to see more of what he needs in his life at this point in time, guys. He is definitely working towards his fear. He's definitely working towards his terror, his situations in life that had caused him to remain trapped in situations because he was scared that, if he does something wrong anywhere in his life, he would have to pay a big price for it. Okay, so because of this, he is kind of working on this area in his life. Okay, that is the reason why this card has come to me to tell me that he is now being able to hear the intuitive voices that is coming to him from the universe, allowing him, guiding him, giving him permission to move in the right direction towards his divine feminine in the right way, from where onwards he will be able to find his ships that sail into his harbor to be able to move forward in the right direction. But this process of his mental self, is going to take him a bit of time until the time comes when he is able to really fight through and find his footing that he is trying to achieve in his mental self, and get rid of situations, get rid of things in the mental area of his life. And that is the reason I said that this area, from after the Ten of Sword energy that he is trying to kill, these areas are a little bit weak at this point in time. Okay, a little bit weak in the mental self, but again, he is definitely making an attempt. He is trying to get rid of those situations in his mental space, so that at the end of the day, when the time comes to him, which will be very soon, within the next couple of months, he should be able to move forward in the right direction, to choose a new avenue, to choose a new path for himself. But the process has already started, guys. And whatever the weakness is, he will definitely be able to overcome that area of his life. I'm very sure about that. So that is nothing to worry about. But of course, the main thing about this mental space card is that he's definitely putting in all the effort in the right place, because he definitely wants to bring back everything that he has lost in the past, including his divine feminine, because he definitely is wishing back for all the success story now to happen in his life. And the process is already started with this, okay? He has already started the process with this card in here, with this beautiful card in here, and that is the process that he is going to be working upon little by little, as days go by, taking his own time to bring back his love in his life in the mental space, where he will be able to surprise himself and surprise his divine feminine with the gift that he has in store for her, okay, in the mental space, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful understanding. If you can fathom and if you can get into the reading of this card, you will be able to understand what I'm telling you at this point in time. Now, having said that, in his heart space too, he knows, he's aware that he has not done justice to this love for a very long time. He knows that, okay? And that is the reason he is doing all this in the higher self, because he wants the justice to come back to his love life once again. He doesn't he knows that for so long he has not been true with this love situation with the divine feminine. He knows that deep inside his heart, and that is the reason going forward in this month of February, he's doing all this in the higher self. It's because of his conscience that is pricking him to bring back the true love in his life, because if that doesn't happen, then justice or judgment will have to come in. And he knows that, okay? So he knows where he has gone wrong in his heart. He's very much aware of that. And he knows that he hasn't done justice in the right way to his divine feminine for a very long time, or to the twin flame journey for a very long time. And now that this awareness has reached out to him, he wants to move his love chariot. Okay, guys, he definitely wants to move that above and beyond the point of stagnation that he had been holding on. And this is, again, let me tell you, ladies, he has not been doing this on purpose, but he hasn't been able to justify this love because his mind was distracted in many different directions before, where he was not able to pay enough attention to this love area in his heart, okay? And that is the reason now things are changing for him. Things are changing in his world. And therefore, he now wants to move his love chariot in motion. He definitely is moving, just like this card in here, in the higher self, where he's moving forward. Similarly, in the heart space too, he wants to set, and he is setting, not wants to, he is setting his chariot in motion, because this is ultimately his desire, his fulfillment, his wish, And to bring back what? To bring back the fulfillment of wishes, just like in the higher self, in his heart space too. He is going forward, he's moving forward, he's taking his time a little bit for sure, and that you have to allow him to do that. You have to give him permission, divine feminine, because this is a journey, like I've always said before. So be patient with this process again. But what it is that this process is actually manifesting in the right direction, and that is what you have to check for. Okay, at the same time, he is definitely creating a bit of self doubt in his heart. He's retreating a little bit, he's taking two steps back, he's reevaluating the process, because again, he's doing it all by himself. So he has to know what he is doing is the right thing. What he is doing is not going to hurt anybody, is not going to hamper anybody's moving forward intentions, nor himself. Okay, so he's kind of doing calculations, he's reevaluating, he's thinking about it, he's going back and forth on the situation. But at the same time, he is also allowing his divine feminine to control his life. Okay, he is definitely, because he doesn't have complete faith in his abilities, guys. He is depending on y'all, on the divine feminine, to guide him in the right direction. And you guys are actually, in reality, in the heart space, you guys are controlling the divine masculine's life. Okay, please know that for sure. And that is the reason why he is doing all this, because he is also relying on your support, on your strength, divine feminines, to give him that ability to prosper in this journey, to move forward in the right direction. And he's relying on your strength to give him that ability and that strength back in his heart. Okay, so at the same time, he's doing everything. He's doing the self-doubt, he's going back and forth, whether I'm doing the right thing, whether I'm not doing the right thing, whether this is the true thing that I should be doing, so on and so forth. But at the same time, like taking two steps back, going two steps forward. But at the same time, he's also allowing his divine feminine unsaid. He's allowing his divine feminine to control his heart, to control his life, and at the same time, allowing her strength to float into him, to make him capable to take the right decision in the right way in his heart space. And that is exactly what he wants from you guys. Okay, so please keep that in mind, divine feminine, because at this point in time, please do not jump or ignore the situation. In fact, if you can, give him that support, because that is what he needs right now. Okay, in his heart space, give him that support, give him that love the way that you want to. Okay, um, make him able, make him so able that he is able to move forward quickly and in the right direction, because he's definitely relying on you guys, the divine feminine, to guide and control his life in the right direction from now onwards. Okay, at the same time, there is a bit of delay in the plan, because he's waiting to check the situation. At the same time, he's playing it safe, guys, in his heart space. Okay, because a need to control all aspects of a project, will breed resentment. So he knows that if he moves too quickly forward with the plan that he has in his heart, he will have to face oppositions. He will have to face resentment from areas that he wants to actually completely overhaul. Okay, so therefore, he's definitely relying on you guys to give him the right strength, the right energy. But at the same time, he's delaying his plans a little, taking baby steps one at a time. He's playing it very safe for this moment in time, because he knows, again, I'm repeating myself, he knows a need to control all aspects of a project will breed resentment from his other areas of life, and he doesn't want that. So he is playing it very safe. He is doing the right thing, guys. If you ask me, he's definitely taking one step at a time, but he is doing the absolutely right thing for himself and for you, divine feminine, in the right way that needs to be done. At the same time, At the same time, he is trying to free himself from the third party situation. Okay, so therefore all this material and all this changes, the financial changes, is also, he knows, going to set him free from the third party situation, because he is not able to take this third party situation any further. He will be doing only as much as he has to do, but he will not do anything beyond and above that. Okay. Sorry. So therefore he is controlling his entire situation. He's trying to manifest his entire situation towards the movement of his love. And this is where he is stopping the third party situation in his heart space. He is not allowing the third party situation to find priority in his heart space anymore. At the same time, he has stopped collecting information about any of the third party situation in his life. He's not interested now. He doesn't want to give adequate attention to this particular area of his life with regards to his third party situation, with regards to his karmic situation. Okay, so therefore he doesn't want to gain an insight into any of his third party or karmic situation. He's not spying, he's not collecting information. He's basically showing a disinterest in that third party situation in his heart space, because he doesn't want it anymore. Okay, he doesn't want that kind of ill feeling, that kind of badness, that bad feeling, that kind of should I say, being left out in the cold kind of a feeling. Everything that has been happening to him in his heart space for a very long time, he is completely avoiding collecting information with regards to any of the karmic situation that he had done earlier on in his heart space. He's putting an end to that. At the same time, with certain situation in his heart space, he's being caught off guard as well. Things are manifesting in his world in such a way that at times he's kind of being caught off guard. He's getting into a weak defense situation, but he's also trying to avoid losses in his heart space. So these are the energies, like some news is floating in, or something is happening in his area of love, or in his karmic situation, or wherever it is. It could be his family situation, it could be his work situation, it could be in any of the areas that he is being, kind of being caught off guard, that is definitely creating some weak defense in his life. He's not feeling very happy about it at the same time, because he was not prepared for that kind of an event, or the turn of an event. And therefore he is also trying to avoid his losses by consoling himself that things will be good, things will work out, things will definitely take a better shape and stuff like that. So it's all the kind of energies that's playing up in his heart space at the same time. With regards to the twin flame journey, where definitely he has the foresight that what if he does things in the right way, he will be able to work towards his success. He will be able to bring back that success story by adhering to one another's values, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The divine masculine has now realized that they have to value one another in the right way. That could be, a little bit of diplomacy that he needs to adopt, and honor the commitment of this twin flame journey. He has to fulfill obligations, because he knows that this is not the journey of just a run of the mill. So he is definitely having to honor a promise in the twin flame journey that he knows will bring him back the good fortunes in his life. Okay, so that is what he's working towards in the heart space. Beautiful energy, guys, beautiful energy. And that is the reason he's only moving away from situations that allows him to move. Otherwise, he's resisting the changes he's resisting changes in his life at this point in time because he's working towards a better area of his life. Okay, so he doesn't want to jump into other areas to make changes. He doesn't want to jump into other free of his life to bring about changes rapidly, but he is doing things in the right way, and he's sticking on to the place at this point in time because he knows that at the end of the day, it is to honor and respect this beautiful journey of love with his divine feminine that is definitely going to turn his life back in the right way. Okay, and that is the honor, that is the commitment, that is the promise that is definitely going to bring him back the good fortune. So he's not going to be leaving this journey. He's not going to be leaving the divine feminine. He is going to be sticking to his plan of action at this point in time to fulfill this journey, to honor the commitment, to do what he has to do in the right way, guys. Okay, beautiful. I mean, absolutely awesome. Awesome. The heart space, that's what I told you, ladies and gentlemen, that I did not expect this to happen. And even me, I was kind of taken back by surprise. Okay. In the 3D, at the same time, he is doing some soul searching in the right direction because that's what he needs to do. Okay, he definitely, because as I said, in the heart space, he knows that if he moves too quickly, if he does things in the wrong way, he will have to bear the resentment of the others. And he doesn't want that. He wants to have a very clean and open book when he has to move, how he has to move, and in which direction he has to move. Okay, so that is what he's working upon in the mental space, in the higher space, and in the heart space. In the 3D, at the same time, he's doing the soul searching. He's going into the deep internal root of his soul to find out the truth as to how he can move forward, what he can do from now, what he needs in his life, how much he can give, what he has to keep, how much he needs for himself and the divine feminine to enjoy this journey back and forth, going forward as well at the same time. So therefore, he's doing all that contemplation. He's working upon his soul. He's working upon his mind. He's working upon his energies in the 3D in the right way. And at the same time, that's what I told you just now. He's making his financial and material changes in the 5D. He's making financial and material changes in the 3D. What he has to give, what he has to keep, how much he can afford to give away, let other people take and be happy about it, but he is going to keep back only so much what he wants for his journey, for himself, and for the divine feminine. In the 3D as well, he is using his hope, his confidence, he's finding new approaches to life, he's finding new ways, new avenues to work on this area in his life, to bring that success story forward, to bring that love journey into motion, to do the right things in the right way by doing his little bit of trickery or a street smart solution that he needs to finish this project in the right direction in the 3D as well, where he can again move forward to offer his cup of love, like exactly in the higher self. In the 3D, he's waiting to begin this love journey in the right possible way, to surprise himself with his love that he has, to surprise his divine feminine with the love, with the gift, with the surprise that he has in store for her, provided that he can work in the right direction, do things in the right way, to bring back his love situation, to reflect back on the past events of his life, the rightful happiness that he deserves, the right to his abundance that he deserves, the right to his love that he deserves. He's doing everything here. It's because of this card in here. He definitely wants to have this journey with the divine feminine. And that is what I told you right now. He's not going to be leaving you guys. Even if you guys are wanting to leave him and if you're upset with him, he is not going to be leaving you guys, okay? So take that into consideration, and that is the reason he is working upon his finances right now. Finance is the first thing, material and finance is the thing in his mind, because he knows that if he has enough in his pocket, he will be able to move forward in the right direction towards the right progress in his life. And that is what his concentration is all about at this point, to bring that situation. And that is the reason he's cutting through every other area which is not serving him, which was clouding his vision before, okay? Because he had taken too many aspects that he had kind of integrated in his life. You know, he had mixed and matched too many situations in his life, that he was not able to focus upon his own desire, upon his own self-confidence, upon his own material and financial changes that he wants to make in order to move and progress towards his own wish of this twin flame journey towards his divine feminine, to complete their love story. And that is the reason in the physical world he's leaving everything else behind to concentrate upon this beautiful Ace of Swords, to be able to cut through situations, to give him the, to make him move out of the clouded visions that he had before, to concentrate and focus in the right direction, to kind of start the beginning of this journey in the rightful way, because that is definitely what he is attempting to do, because he had been halted for a long time, because he, like I said, he had mixed and matched too many situations in his head, in his heart, in his physical world, and that is what was clouding his vision before. He was not able to focus in the right direction. He was not able to give himself that ample time and that ample energy through which he could make these changes that was very, very much necessary for him. And he knew that, okay? But now he's doing that. And I'm very happy to see this card in here, that he is being able to put other things at rest, to be able to focus on this change in his world that he know will bring him prosperity and divinity towards this beautiful love journey, allow him to move forward in the right direction towards offering his love to his divine feminine and receiving back that love from her, okay? Offering that cup of love that he has been holding on in his hand for way too long, but has not been able to give it to her, okay? Because of all the other situations in his life that now he is being allowed by the universe to cut through. He doesn't have to deal with them. He is not dealing with them, period. Okay? He's not dealing with them. He's cutting them through. He's putting them aside. He's throwing them away to concentrate upon what he needs in his life, guys. But at the same time, he knows that he has to be careful. Okay? Because he has enemies. He will have enemies, okay? So he cannot upset everybody at the same time. He cannot build any resentment towards a situation, because if he does, people are going to really jeopardize his goodwill, okay? So therefore, he cannot be a fool. He has to be very wise before he jumps into the next landscape. To build that structure, to build that story, to build that momentum, to build his love, to build his unity, to the spiritual union, he has to be very careful now, okay? Because he is going to have his enemies who will otherwise attack him from all sides, and he knows that, okay? So therefore, he is having to take enough precaution in the right direction and allowing things in his own world to happen, to bring back his love once again for himself and the divine feminine in this twin flame journey, guys. I mean, this is absolutely an awesome. Oh my God, all my cards are flying out right now. Just give me 2 minutes, because I wanted to do a love card, angels. My angels have to say about this love situation, because even I didn't know that I would be taken aback by this surprise story out here in the month of February. I knew that things are going to progress. I have definitely told you that before, but I did not know that this progress will be in this manner that he is working upon. to bring that happiness and the joy, the abundance, the fulfillment, the security, the comfort, the Four of Wands, the stability, everything, the home, the family life that he always wanted to have with his divine feminine, but he hadn't been able to work in the right manner. And that had kept him tied, that had kept him bounded, that had kept him, going in round and vicious circle all the time in the same little zone of his, and not being able, like I said, I'm paying very much big attention to this card in here in the 3D that he had not been able to do before. And that was one of the main thing that is now working in his life in the month of February 1st to the 15th. But again, not time stamped. So take it what resonates with you and leave the rest. But this is what it is for all the divine masculines that is going through at this period in time in this journey. Okay, now here you go. Reconciliation. Okay, someone from your past is returning to your life. He is starting the process once again, and I've told you this before. He's doing this in the rightful way. He's starting to build that process in his love life. Let your friends help you. He definitely needs help at this point in time, okay? So he will have to take the right advice. He will have to take the right counseling to move forward, because this could be the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek, and he knows that. He knows that, okay? So this is what he is going forward towards. He's building that success story. He's bringing back that love in his life. He's doing everything in the right direction, guys. But Divine Feminine, please give him the shoulder. Please give him the strength. Please give him the courage. Please give him the motivation at this point in time. Please give him the right advice at this point in time. Allow him to move in the right direction, okay? By being a pillar of strength and support in his life, okay? Please do that, guys, to bring this beautiful spiritual union to its success story, to reach its peak, to reach its apex, where you guys have been waiting for too long a period of time to be able to do this, okay? So now the time is coming up. Now the time has come up. This is what it is. My goddess says past life. The situation involves your past life memories. Everything is happening from your past life. Things are moving from your past life, guys. You guys have brought back your karma in this new journey once again. You all have eliminated the old karma that was stopping your progress to bring forward the new karma to begin your life, dragging it from the past into the present to bring about the spiritual union, the communion, the love, the harmony, the abundance, the joy, the manifestation of your comfort, your security, your wish fulfillment. Okay, and with this, I end my reading today. Please let me know if you have any comments, anything that you might want to share with anyone. Feel free about it, but at the same time, enjoy this reading, because this came to me as a surprise. I have said this before, I'm telling you again, but at the same time, this surprise is a good surprise for me, okay? I loved it. I enjoyed it. Take care. Goodbye. Namaste. God bless you. Khuda Hafiz. Thank you.